This is predictions for the MLW Slaughterhouse taking place on October 14th in Philadelphia. The first match I'm going to do is Demi Enzo versus the Phantom Challenger. Originally, this match was supposed to be. Well, this is for Enzo defending her MLW World Women's Featherweight Championship. And the match was originally supposed to be her and Becca. But on, let's see what day was it? Sometime weeks. Okay, on October 1st, MLW announced that Becca had to back out after Becca had been won a number one contenders match. So right now, the Phantom Challenger could be anyone. Could be actually someone called the Phantom Challenger, but they haven't really announced. It could be someone. Could be somebody like what Edge and Christian did, like 20 some odd years ago, when they could be the Hardy Boys dressed up as Keith Stewart. Could be her dressed up in a mask and saying it's not her. I think Dean Malenko did that in WCW as well. Back in the cruiserweight title back in the 90s. But as of now, I'm having Enzo. That's how you pronounce it. Ilzo. I think it's like that. As of now, well, as this recording, I'm going to go with Hui Ting. She probably will eventually face Becca. Next one is another one next month, another live event next month, so that's probably where they probably will end up fighting in a match. The next two matches, I'm going to go through the history of that 7 matches, but that tie together. They are there's a tag team match between Second Gear Crew, Mace Warner, and Matthew Justice versus Colony, the team of Cannonball and Talon, and Ricky St. Page, who sides with the Calling, or is part of the Calling, I should say, and versus one called Manager, who sides with Second Gear Crew. And basically, what happened was, let's see, we go back in October, then on the 22nd, Mace Warner had called out the Calling for a. Okay, well, the tag team match is in a Team of Hall match where the singles match was Page and Mendes is spin the wheel. And in a Team of Hall's match, basically, the only time it's ever been done, to say, that I know of, was in WCW. It was a tag team match. On PS4 about 92. Basically, what it is a cage, cage match. But in the middle of the ring, there's a smaller cage with an electric chair. And there's a lever on the bigger cage, and the object is to get one of your opponents into the electric chair. There's a lever that you pull, and the quote unquote electrocute the opponent. So, but back on the 22nd of September, Mace Warner called out the Calling to do that. That match. See what about this? I'm trying to. Yeah, and then about that. Sorry for the. And later later the same night, there was a fusion. The MLW World Middleweight Champion who's part of the Calling as well, and Matthew Justice faced off but it ended up with no contest. And following the bout, Akira, Steve Mace Cannonball, and Ricky Shane Page came down and attacked Justice. Warner and one called Amanda, who were both also came down to intervene, but were put down by the colony. So that's basically how they both these matches kind of got rolling. The World Chambers match was on the 27th of September, and the Spin the Wheel Make Deal is also for the MLW National Openweight Championship, and that which is currently held by Page. Now, in the Chamber of Horrors match, I saw this on Wikipedia. I haven't seen it anywhere else that Matt Condona, aka Zack Ryder from WWE Zack Ryder, and another tag team, and unannounced TBA, it says, partner also in the match, but like I said, I haven't seen it anywhere else. And it kind of makes sense because Matt Cadona and Mace Warner has been going out for a couple of months now, too, since he announced he was coming to MLW back in July. I've had a couple, had a Kiss My Foot match already. But either way, it's not going to change that's not going to change my prediction because I do think the second gear crew is going to win this match. And for spin the wheel, make a deal match. If you don't know, that basically is as a wheel. Um, kind of well, I think WWE's done like all roulette type thing, and WWE's done this a couple of times too. Spin a wheel has like several different types of um, match types, so you don't know what type of match. Also, until you spin the wheel, it's also kind of like the when WWE 20 some years ago had that. It was less than 20 years ago, but about 15 years ago, I guess it actually really was where they had the fans voting in it on what match type or opponents. I think it's Cyber Sunday, a Taboo Tuesday, and Taboo Tuesday. Um, so they won't know, but with this one, I do think Paige is going to retain the match because I don't think, my opinion, I don't think, I mean, that Collins going to win both. I don't think uh, the second gear crew is going to win both matches. Now, speaking of the calling, Akira, who is the MLW middleweight champion, is facing Rocky Romero from he's the NWA World Historic Welterweight. That's right. And Romero also works for CMLL out of Mexico. Basically, the last month, Selena Delwenza returned to MLW. She last appeared in MLW back in 2019. And she appeared for Free Road, which was about a month ago. And said that she's going to have some clients that's going to be with Slaughterhouse. I'm assuming it's Walker Mill because it said that she's going to accompany him. So, but it is possible she could be bringing other people from CMLL since MLW and CMLL announced they're going to have a working agreement now. So anyone, if you've been watching MLW, you've seen like something like Michael Mann and other people who have ties to AAA. Well, they've cut ties with them since CML. It's like CMLL and AAA be the equivalent in Mexico to WWE and AEW is today, to where they will work with the people, but they won't work with each other. Okay, this match was announced on October 3rd, Oh, sorry about that. Wasn't announced. Yeah, it was announced on October that she was going to accompany Romero for this match. Uh, and I think this match that I can see, I think Romero will probably win. Even though I did, Romero had already been announced for a match in AEW next week on October 18th. Um, but I know that they won't. They might mention him being the. I don't know. They're even announced in the title if he's champ at heavy tooth. I do think Romero will probably win since it being an agreement. That way, hopefully he won't. One thing I hate about these top matches because AEW's did with Eddie Kingston being Ring of Honor heavyweight champ and New Japan, I guess it's openweight champ. That that sometimes you can tell who's going to win the match. In both matches, like I know when Eddie Kingston and Claudio Castagnoli faced for the Ring of Honor champion because it was for both that and the New Japan match. And now Claudio hasn't done anything in New Japan. Eddie's gonna win it. And then when Eddie, his very first match after winning that, he had both titles up for grabs at Wrestle Dream, both titles. And he was going to maintain both because he got to go against someone from New Japan. And not saying that the New Japan wrestler couldn't win both. I knew this particular match, the guy this gentleman wasn't wrestling in the in AEW a lot. Like if he was putting a lot more in AEW, probably would win. I think right now, and with this, I think for the time being, I think Romero would do both because with the schedule that MLW does, basically taping, doing a live event and taping Fusion at the same time. You won't have to keep going back and you still making the same MLL commitments. I think here could do the same thing actually, but I'm going with the okay, I'm sorry for the long rant. Next one is Minu Suzuki and versus Jacob Fatu. Uh, this one is no really backstory other than New Japan and MLW now have an agreement as well to work together. And this one I do think Suzuki will win some because just to maybe hopefully spark some interest in Japan MLW. Uh, so, uh, and this is one of those guys that I think if I say EW, you already know who he is. And of course, most people AEW know who. A lot of them watch New Japan, so some people know him. At least I've heard of him. But this match, yeah, it's like I think Suzuki will win this match. The last one is Alex Kane. He's the MLW Heavyweight Champion. And it was supposed to be Davey Boy Smith Jr. in this match. Basically, how this match came up because they didn't really like each other. Well, characters didn't like each other to begin with before Alex Kane won the title back in June, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was June, maybe July. He won the title because he won Battle Riot back in April. For him, a chance for a title shot, a heavyweight title shot. He won the title, and back in April, or technically it was back in April when it was filmed, but it didn't air until August. The MLW has something called Upper Cup, no, Upper Cup. Something that actually his grandfather, Stu Hart, won once back in the 40s or 50s. This is actually Billy Boy Smith's second one. So he defeated Davey Richards. I think, and the end date for that was August 16th. And no, I take the. Oh, wait a minute, take that back. Sorry, it wasn't Davey Richards. Davey Richards won it last year. And Kane had stolen it last year when he was a heel. Now he's a face. Davey Boy Smith, he beat Tracy Williams with the uppercut and turned heel and challenged on and it's granted him and challenge granted him a heavyweight title shot. And on September 14th, Kane had a press conference, and Smith came out and with Mr. Saint Laurent, who's his manager. They, and that's when they challenged him to the match at Slaughterhouse. The following week, Roy Moye Fight Club, which is Alex Kane is a part of, their backer is Don King. Yes, that Don King, Mike Tyson's promoter. Most of it Don Tyson, Mike Tyson's promoter, I should say. Uh, so yeah, okay, that's good. Accepted the match. That was on October 12th. He accepted the match. Oh, that's how about that was on October 12th. Sorry about that. October 12th is when was now Dave Boy Smith was being pulled from the match. From the match, and didn't say anything. And Filthy Tom Lawler, who is a former MLW champion, now in New Japan himself, is going to challenge him for it. And by the way, Dave Boy Smith, on Instagram, later revealed he underwent emergency surgery for appendicitis. So that, and as they took his appendix out, they noticed he had. Let me read this up. I may be butchering the name. Diabetes, I think it's pronounced. I believe that's what Brock Lesnar had when he was in UFC or with Dick and Code. But as they were taking the appendix out, they noticed he had that too. They ended up taking out his colon as well. So that's why. And I do believe King will retain the match. I think he's going at this point now. I think he's going to retain until Avery Smith is healthy enough to come back in that match. But that probably won't be until sometime early next year at best. At best. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take, and may not happen at all either though, because I remember I with two coaches when if that actually is the same thing as Brock Lesnar, no Lesnar was dealing with it for close to like 6 months, I think. So we'll see when he's able to come back. So, and thank you for tuning this.